Getting triggered is not the problem. What really the problem is how you choose to define getting triggered, and also what's related to that, which is whether or not you embody what the triggers are really telling you about yourself. Because I'll tell you what, from lived experience, when you have those old stories that you used to believe about yourself, about not being good enough or whatever else, those triggers are there to show you that you still kind of believe that. Otherwise, you wouldn't really get triggered. So it's like your relationship to the trigger. When it happens, how much do you let it affect you? It's a good thing to be receiving this information, to have this reaction, because this is information and data telling you that if you're reacting this way, you're currently buying into a lie, an old reality. And I'll tell you what, like sometimes it can be so intense, and it's just that weird liminal space between your old self and the new self that's not fully formed yet, when it can be dangerous, where you can have these moments that come up because it's part of what's supposed to happen, to have those moments that really make you react and feel those old feelings of just, oh, it's not for me, I'm not good enough, I'm not likable, I'm lesser than, I'm a inferior option or an inferior person, or I'm not good enough, or whatever the hell else, whatever it is that you've got going on for you, whatever it is, I'll tell you what, it can feel so real. It can feel so real because, you know, those belief systems, it's their job to perpetuate themselves. So they're going to do everything they can to keep you believing in them. So it's going to feel real. In the moment, you're going to feel like a loser. You're going to feel like not good enough. You're going to feel angry, sad, depressed, whatever. But how you choose to define that is really what the problem is. Because if you sit there and, like I said, embody it, and you're like, yes, I accept that about myself. I accept that I'm not good enough. I accept that I'm a lesser man, a lesser woman, whatever it is. I accept that I'm not good enough. I accept that no one's going to like me. I accept that I'm not lovable. I accept that I'm never going to make enough money to not have to worry about it. I accept that it's always going to be struggling and strife. Yes, I accept that. That's the problem. It's not getting triggered. It's not reacting. The reaction, the trigger, is there to show you what there is to let go of. That's really all there is to it. It's a blessing. It's an exciting thing. It's like a messenger telling you what there is to look at. But the thing is too many people in this world go back to the old. And I'll tell you, I have done it many times myself. That's how I know. I see it in other people. It's just whatever you're reacting to, how do you define it? Because if you're defining it as something bad, I shouldn't be doing this, this trigger shouldn't be here, I shouldn't be reacting like this, I need to be better, I need to be more positive, I need to be more happy, more spiritual, whatever, that's just denial. And you can't change what you don't own, ever. So if you're denying it and you're not owning the trigger, the reaction, the emotion, you're not going to be able to change it, and it's going to keep coming back to bite you in the ass over and over and over and over and over and over and over again till the day you die, unless you do something about it, unless you look at it. And like I say many times, the best way to look at it is to sit there and own the emotion. Okay, you say, I am feeling XYZ, I'm feeling anger, I'm feeling unworthiness, I'm feeling lesser than, whatever it is. And then you say, and I feel this because I choose to. So that's the ownership part. I'm deliberately choosing to feel this emotion that I don't prefer. It's not something that's happening to you. It's something you are choosing. This gives your power back. This gives you volition. It's not self-blame. It's not self-deprecation. It's empowerment. I'm choosing to feel this feeling. And then you say, and I choose to because I believe that it serves me to. Again, it's not an objective fact. It's a belief, an option. It's subjective. So what would I have to believe is true about me in regards to this situation in order to feel this way? That's really the heart of how you find it. Why would I choose to believe that it serves me to feel this way? Like with anger, maybe it's protecting you somehow. Maybe you feel like you need to be something in order to hold up some sort of standard or moral high ground or protect or whatever the heck. And you feel justified in anger. And it can be very subconscious, this justification. Maybe with depression or sadness, you feel that you're not good enough. You have a belief system that says it's never going to happen for me. I'm not good enough. Why would anyone choose me? Why would I ever make enough money? Why would I ever have to, or why would I ever be able to just sit there and peacefully exist without worrying about finance? So it's really, really, really about honest self-investigation. And this is something I help people with one-on-one. So if you're interested, go ahead and look in the description and book yourself a 30-minute, little call with me, and maybe we could talk this out and figure it out. But it's really about honest self-investigation, about looking at the emotion and digging up the belief system behind it. Because the only reason you ever feel any emotion, happy or bad or whatever, any trigger, is because there's a belief system behind it. If I say, you're a skartanka lepushin nofwa, do you feel anything? No, because there's no belief behind it. You don't give it meaning. You're not giving that word meaning because that word doesn't have meaning. But if I call you stupid and unworthy and a loser, then there is meaning behind those words. We put meaning into those words. We arbitrate meaning. We define it as a certain way. So the belief systems behind it, like if you get triggered behind it, is that maybe deep down you believe that about yourself. Otherwise you wouldn't get triggered. It's very simple. It's very easy, simple. If I come up to you and I say, I don't like your blue skin. You having blue skin, that's stupid. And you're dumb for having blue skin. Are you going to react to it? No, because you don't believe that about yourself. So do you see the distinction that I'm talking about? How if you don't really believe that about yourself on a subconscious or hidden level, you're not going to react. You're going to be like, okay, that guy must be crazy. Wonder what he's on about. Anyways, back to my day. Back to what I was doing. So that's the thing, is if you're getting triggered by something, whether it's a direct attack by somebody or verbalization from someone, or whether it's just a situation that puts you in a mood, it's really telling you something. That's why it's part of your excitement to get triggered. That's why it's a good thing, because it's telling you, hey, you're holding on to a belief system that is not true. That's not who you are. I can tell you from personal experience, like me in dealing with girls, and sometimes it's like, oh, some form of rejection or some form of not going the way I think it should, or them not liking me or whatever the hell, then I'll start to be like, oh, this means I'm not good enough. This means I'm not a good match. This means I'm a lesser man, or whatever the hell. And then that feeling can be so deep and it cuts so deeply. But that's the thing, is the degree to which it cuts deeply is the degree in which it's not true. So it's like when you believe something negative about yourself and you feel it deeply, it means that magnitude is true in the positive. So it's like, I'm not worthy, and that cuts deeply because you are absolutely infinitely worthy. So it's like, I'm sitting there feeling unworthy, feeling like a not great option as a man or something, because I actually am an amazing option. It's the degree. So like, you know what I'm saying here? Like, it's so crazy because the pain is the indicator of the incongruency with the truth. You are abundant. If you're feeling pain over financial stress, it's because you're extremely abundant. It's not just the money. Think of all the things that you have that other people don't. Whether it's a house, a roof over your head, a working, healthy body, lungs that breathe air, limbs that work, teeth, whatever, hair, I don't know, anything. There's so many people that don't have certain basic things in life. Not to say that you should feel guilty about that or anything, but to just be grateful for all the infinite ways that abundance abounds in your life. Because the thing is focusing on that lack creates more of it. Focusing on the tiny bank account makes more of it, but focusing on what you do have creates more of that. What you put in is what you get out. So that's really the thing is, the problem is not with the triggers. It's how you respond. It's how you react to it. The stories you tell, your relationship to the trigger. Are you sitting there and being like, okay, take a deep breath. I'm choosing to feel this. Why would I choose to feel this? Why do I choose to believe it serves me to deem myself this way, or to feel this feeling, to have this reaction, this knee-jerk reaction? Why do I choose that? What do I believe? What would I have to believe in order to feel like that? That's the move of power. So not going back and being like, oh, this is evidence that I'm not good enough. This is evidence that it's not going to happen for me. This is evidence that I'm poor. This is evidence that I'm weak and inefficient. All of that is nonsense. You don't need it. You really don't need it at all. But just straight up. You don't need it because you are good enough. You are literally God incarnate, just like every person on this planet, because everything is here and now and everything's an illusion. So you are worthy. Abundance is your birthright. A happy, ecstatic, powerful life is your birthright. It's inherent to you. It's a good thing to feel the opposite of that, because it just means you're using your power to feel the lack of power. That's it. You're using your abundance to create non-abundance. It's an illuminator of the beliefs that are standing in your way, the exact golden ticket to your life. That's the golden ticket, is the belief systems. It's absolutely also taking actions, but your golden ticket is the actions and the belief systems that are in your way. The actions you need to take as that better version of you, and the belief systems you ought to let go of that don't belong in that reality. And that's really all there is to it. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, go ahead and look at that description. Book a moment, book a time in the week, how it is. Anyways, thank you always so much for watching.